Okay, let's dive in. Today we're looking at Gloritouch.com. It's an online clothing store, and their angle is pretty unique. Wearably soft art.
Right, like dresses, hoodies, shirts, all with these really specific graphics. Think vintage florals, but also like Viking art. Big, bold stuff.
It's a strong claim, especially for what seems like a new player. So the big question our sources tackled, is this site reliable, or is it maybe not what it seems?
Exactly. Our job here is to cut through the noise, synthesize what the research found, and figure out if you can actually trust this store. We need to look past the, cool designs.
Look at the bones of the operation.
Precisely. Check the operational side, what customers are saying, the technical details, see if it all holds up or if it smells fishy.
All right, so where do we start? What was the first sort of eyebrow-raising thing?
Well, the research immediately flagged the domain registration, glorytouch.com. It only came into existence in June 2025.
June 2025. That's really recent.
Yeah.
Really recent. Not much time to build any kind of track record.
Almost none. And that lack of history, it ties directly into the next big issue. The product images.
Ah, the visuals. What about them?
Well, the sources ran reverse image searches, using tools like Google Lens.
Yeah.
And it turns out the product photos, those cool Viking Tree of Life designs and whatnot, they're just copied from other places online.
Oh, wow. So they're not even pictures of their actual product.
Doesn't look like it.
Okay.
Which, immediately makes you question what you'd actually get if you ordered. Faking unique art like that, plus the brand new domain.
I feel like a pattern.
It's classic. It has the hallmarks of what you might call a burn and churn site. Pop up, grab cash, disappear before too many complaints pile up.
Okay, so the visuals are definitely a warning sign. But what about the operational side? Did they, list contact info and address?
They did, actually. An email, a phone number, even a physical address listed. On the surface, maybe more transparent than some fly-by-night operations.
So that looks a bit better, maybe.
You'd think so. But when the sources started digging into those details, more problems.
Like what?
The physical address they listed, it appears to be copied directly from a completely different, unrelated website.
Copied. At address.
Yeah. And then get this. The About Us page on their own site lists a different address. This one in China.
Wait, China? But isn't it supposed to be a U.S. operation?
That's what the main contact info implies. So you've got this huge inconsistency, U.S. phone, maybe a copied U.S. address, but then a China address buried elsewhere.
Okay, that sounds confusing and suspicious.
It's more than suspicious. It's a major red flag. Inconsistent addresses like this aren't just sloppy. They can make it incredibly difficult for, say, a U.S. customer to figure out who to hold accountable.
Right, like for returns or disputes. It muddies the waters legally.
Exactly. It blurs the jurisdiction, makes consumer protection harder to enforce. It's a significant warning sign.
Okay, so dodgy images, brand new site, confusing addresses. What about how they try to sell stuff?
Yeah.
The marketing.
Oh, yeah. The sources describe that as pretty intense. Very high pressure.
How so?
Think countdown timers ticking away, pop-ups saying, someone in California just bought this. Oh, big promises of 50% off, another 10% if you buy more. Just constant pressure.
Ugh. That kind of thing makes shopping feel stressful, not fun. Designed to make you panic buy.
Totally. Exploiting that fear of missing out or FOMO. And often you see this kind of aggressive push linked with, let's just say, less than stellar follow-through on the actual service.
Does the customer feedback back that up? Were there many reviews?
That's another revealing point. 0 reviews on the Gloritouch website itself. They control that space completely.
Okay, so you have to look elsewhere. Trustpilot? Reddit?
Checked Trustpilot.
Yep.
Only found 3 reviews total.
3, that's it.
Yep. And all 3 were negative, which gives them a pretty poor rating, around 2.8 stars. And on Reddit, nothing. No discussion, no chatter at all.
Wow. So extremely limited feedback, and what little exists is bad. What were the main complaints in those few reviews?
Pretty much what you might expect, given the other flags. People saying the products they received were low quality, didn't match the pictures or description at all.
Which makes sense if the pictures were copied.
Exactly. Also, really long shipping times and major hassles trying to get returns processed or refunds issued.
Okay, so let's pull this all together. What's the final verdict from the sources?
Well, based on everything we've seen, the super new domain, the copied images, these inconsistent and frankly suspicious addresses, the really pushy sales tactics, and the tiny amount of purely negative feedback.
Yeah.
The synthesis suggests Gloritouch.com looks unreliable. potentially untrustworthy even.
So the advice is pretty clear then.
Yeah, the sources strongly suggest proceeding with extreme caution or probably just avoiding it altogether. It ticks too many boxes for potential problems.
Right. It's interesting, though, with so few reviews, it's hard to get a complete picture, even if the signs are bad. It makes me wonder, well, when a store is this new, what responsibility do we as consumers have? Like, should people share feedback even if their experience was just, okay, not great, not terrible, just average? Could that help build a clearer picture faster for everyone else?
That's a really good question. Does mediocre feedback help or just add to the noise? Something for you to think about next time you're navigating these new online shops.